Every organ that has shut down, come back alive now. Jesus touches your spine now. Restoration for your spine now.
In the last week of August 2024, I was experiencing severe backaches that then radiated through parts of my left leg. I saw an orthopedist and he prescribed painkillers and physiotherapy. At some point, I also had an MRI scan done, which revealed that I had a herniated disc, which was at the lower part of my spinal cord, and this herniated disc was compressing on the cauda equina nerve roots. The pains kept getting worse, so I sought further medical opinions, and the specialists that I saw, about 4 of them, said that in order to prevent sudden paralysis and almost irreversible incontinence, it was then considered to be a surgical emergency. So I was scheduled for a spine surgery. But on 4 different occasions, the surgeries were rescheduled. And I was worried at this point. I was very scared about waking up someday paralyzed. So I called one of our leaders at Watch Force. He prayed with me. He regularly called to encourage me and my family members. And then himself and my close friends and my family members encouraged me to hold on to the word of God. I was mostly concerned about complications that could arise from the surgery and also the cost of this surgery. But John 10:10 kept playing in my head, which is, I have died that I may have life and have it more abundantly. And I said, this life that I'm living in pain and being scared to move or to do some things, it's not the life that Jesus Christ died for. But at that time, I was very vulnerable and I threw myself to intense worship. In fact, I was worshiping God almost all through the day. And then I went into core meditation. I specifically looked for Bible verses on healing and I meditated on it. And one word that kept playing in my spirit was Jeremiah 33:27, which says, I am the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me to do? Then I also held on to the word of prophecy released by Pastor Boye. So on the Sunday before the surgery actually took place, Pastor Boye said, Jesus touches your spine. And I held on to that word. And I was no longer scared. In fact, I sent a message to my husband on WhatsApp just so that I could go back to it to remember that. I said, only Pastor Boye said this and I'll be fine. And it's been 3 months since I had this surgery. I am fine. The surgery was a complete success. There were no complications whatsoever. Nothing missing. I am fine. I can walk. I don't feel the pains anymore. And with regards to the medical bills, God divinely orchestrated it in such a way that at the last minute, the bills were settled. And this experience reminded me that the word of God is living and active. God is faithful and he watches over his own. The another particular word of prophecy released by Pastor Boye on the 1st of December shows me that at Daystar, the word works wonders.